All right, 8th graders, this is to help you with question 7 on CR number 11. All right, it says on the grid, draw the line x equals 3. Okay, you have to know where that line x equals 3 is. And if you're looking for where x equals 3, let's just get some points where x equals 3. Well, there's an x equals 3. There's no constraints on y. Maybe y is 1. Here's another point where x is 3. Y could be negative 3. Here's another point where x is 3. Y could be 5. There's no restrictions on y, but every x on the line has to be 3. So let's find out where all of the x's would be 3. Here's the point 3, 1. Here's the point 3, negative 3. Here's the point 3, 5. Hopefully you can see the line x equals 3. This is so ugly, sorry. I don't use a straight edge when I'm doing my videos. But this whole line will be x equals 3. So that's the line x equals 3. You can even put arrows at both ends. It's going to continue on. So that's the line x equals 3. When it says x equals, it's actually going to be a vertical line. Just so you know, if on your actual CR it's y equals, like I'm just making something up, like y equals 5, the points on that line would be like 0, and then the y must be 5. 1, and then the y must be 5. Maybe negative 7, but the y must be 5. If it's y equals some constant number, that will actually be a horizontal line. I just want to make sure you know that. So x equals 3 is this vertical line here. Now it says plot the point negative 1, 2. All right, let's plot the point negative 1 up 2. That's the point negative 1, 2. All the points in the second quadrant, that first coordinate would be negative and the second coordinate would be positive. In the first quadrant, the first coordinate's positive and the second coordinate's positive. Down here in the third quadrant, the first coordinate would be negative, that x coordinate would be negative, and because you're going down, that y coordinate would be negative. Over here in the fourth quadrant, that first coordinate would be positive, the x would be positive, and that second coordinate, the y, would be negative. I just wanted to review plotting points. So negative 1, 2 is right here in the second quadrant. All right, I've done that. Let's look at part C. Reflect the point across the line x equals 3. Label the coordinates of the reflected point. Okay, if I want to plot this point after a reflection over the line x equals 3, I say, well, how far is this to the left of x equals 3? 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So how far to the right would it have to be? 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So the new point would be 7, 2. That would be the new point, 7, 2. If you put your mirror from class right on this line and you looked through that mirror, this would be the reflection. Same distance away from the line of reflection, but on the opposite side. Finally, translate the second point vertically 2 units in the negative direction. Vertically, 2 units in the negative direction. That means 2 units down. 2 units down. And label the coordinates of that point. So if I take this and I go 1, 2 units down, the coordinates of that point would be 7, 0. And that's what it means when it says label the coordinates. It means tell me this is 7, 0 and make sure it's in parentheses. All right, so that looks like that's number 7. I hope that helped.